Hello and welcome to a new video, the first one in the new garage. So we'll see how it goes about filming in here. As you probably notice, the camera setup is different. I don't have the mount as I used to in this new spot, but I still have the old bench, a piece of it taken with me. But that's not why we're here. Let's talk about tools instead. And we're gonna start up with some limited edition ones or other specials. And first we have the VH 85-year set, which includes a bunch of drivers and a bottle opener in this grey and black color. And unfortunately, as you might saw, my bottle opener has a bit of a molding defect. I haven't tried contacting Via about that yet. I might do, but we have I think it's three slotted, 2 Phillips and 3 Torx drivers in different sizes. So if you want to buy these for use, it's a really good base kit with drivers, with the regular VH handles just in special colors. And more limited editions. We have the, none of these are limited I think, but except for the pouch. The Haset Christmas calendar set. So we have the pliers wrench, 150mm, 6-inch one. I really need to learn to keep it in shot with this new camera position. But yeah, pliers wrench, 2 screwdriver blades, Phillips and slotted, a bit holder for this handle, so both the double-ended blades and this one you press into the handle to get the driver. No locking or anything, just a friction fit, and it's actually a bit tough to pull in and out. And then you have a bit holder also, so you can insert just a bit holder in the handle and a bunch of bits. So you have the long bit holder and the short one. Works as an all-round set, I would say. And also I mainly bought it for the pliers wrench. It's the price I paid for the calendar was just about what the pliers wrench would have cost. So, and it comes in this pouch with a belt snap. And we have Vera bottle openers. So they have this, I was going to say dark, but it's not dark, it's pale green instead of the normal bright green. You can take, that's the normal color, just so you see the difference. In the short and the long one, and blue-gray limited color, and Valentine's Day limited edition pink. So a bunch of Vera bottle openers, all ordered from the Vera fan page. And when we're on Vera, let's get on their calendar. So this is the Vera calendar set, and this year's bottle opener, the same as the previous years. I can't remember exactly which year also had this bottle opener, but it's the same. But this year you had the salt and pepper shakers. With the Vera design and this little pouch to keep them in. And you got this toolkit with a handle, 3 sockets, and a bunch of bits, and also a bit driver head that you can use with the handle to put a handle on it. And of course this, I think this can be used also with a bunch of other, I think it is standard 1/4 inch, so it can be used with a bunch of other handles that you might want to use it with. But other than that's the special bit. Other than that, it's just a bit holder and a bunch of regular long in the front row and short in the back row bits. A bit smaller and more compact than the regular tool check, but I don't know, I think it's a bit cheap that they didn't put 12mm socket at least in this one. There's clearly room, but that's the Vera calendar for 2024. And then we have limited editions. So we have the Olympic Games limited edition, and it seems that everyone thinks that these colors are their flag, but yeah, and this is also my first example of the new Knipex handles with the, instead of the 2-part, it's 3 parts with rubber, hard and medium soft parts on it. And this is just the regular side cutter that they released in this style. And then we have the Christmas special. And these are the same, except for the packaging. They came in black and white packaging. But both of these contains a Cobra that looks like this, 180mm one, with a 1 part chrome and 1 part black with black handles. And one of these I bought myself, and the other one I got from Knipex. So I'm not gonna unpack that one, it's literally the same. So that's more limited edition. And that was all of the limiteds. Let's go over to other new items. And these ones I was really happy to find. The Viha Inomic design, it seems to have been discontinued now. And I remember when these launched, I didn't get them then. Even though I like ergonomic grip pliers, these seems a bit much. But you can see with the parallel handle and everything, these are really engineered, so to say, for good or bad. And there, it's not really a combination plier, but it is gripping and cutting, so I guess it qualifies as combination pliers. And a needle nose that also has stripping functionality in them. And these have a lock to lock them closed. And yeah, not something I really use. I just happy to have them in the collection now since they discontinued. It's a special thing, that one of these things that come and are unique that I like to collect. Water pump pliers, Nelco, 3 peaks, made in Japan. And just something for the water pump pliers collection, and you can see that these are really standard Cobra clone. Nothing special, but another pair for the collection. And these are being new in the packaging is also fun. And the last pair of new pliers, we have these Facom duckbills, and they're leaking a bit of oil from being new. French made with the opening spring really just something I got because I got them for really cheap. And let's continue with Vera. These are just two new. Are they 4 or 5 millimeter? I forget. 4 millimeter ball hex screwdrivers. I got them online, I think, with some other stuff. Really cheap. What I don't remember. Those probably came with this, which is what I wanted. The old Vera check with the old logo and old colors and everything in unused condition. So that was fun for the collection. Facom, French made positive number 2. This semi-rough version with the hex bolster and hex shaft, but not the striking cap, and a slotted insulated one. So just some fucking screwdrivers I picked up. And while we're on the topic of quality screwdrivers, I have to show off these PB Swiss insulated Posidrive slotted combination. If you're an electrician in Europe, you know what these goes to, how common they are. Yeah, PB Swiss, what can I say? Of course I picked them up when I saw them for a good price. Oh, I missed the Vera previously. The tough version, striking cap, hex bolster, super large, slotted. Not an old version or anything like that. It has a date stamp of 23, so it's very recent. Junior, but not with a J. Just Junior. These are Austria made, which is not common for Junior. I don't want to say the country Junior is from right now, because I want to say they're Slovak, but I think I'm wrong when I'm saying that. So, yeah. But it's fun that the insulated one is Austria made. 10mm hex and a Torx and a slotted insulated. Another PB Swiss that I didn't include the first time. This little, it's a common debate of these are precision or they're just small. I call them small when they don't have a spinning top, but this small little screwdriver and another PB Swiss with a classic handle, ball and 5mm hex, or is it 6? 6. And 2 older Philo. So we have this tough Phillips number 3 with a built-in bolster. You can see it's not a separate part or treated separately, and also these newer ones, Puffy Super, but it's also marked West Germany, so it's probably a bit old. Phillips number 3. So 2 fun Phillips number 3s, older Philo. This is just a generic Phillips number 4, but it's made in West Germany, but no brand. We have this Philo E-Smart. So these you can either put a spinning top on, or they make handles that you put this into, kind of like the Vera system. But these you can use also as separate tools. which is kind of fun. An older VH, Torx number 6, with the old single component handle. Some precision screwdrivers, Wirt and Facom, both of them slotted in different sizes. Renstig center punch. Oh, have to keep in center. Renstig center punch, and a Ghidorah spinner handle. So that was all of the new items. Let's go on to the new old stock items. So we have a Baco 1/4-inch breaker bar, still in the packaging, but it's a resealable packaging, so I can't be 100% sure it's unused, but it's anyway in really good condition, so I would say it is unused. It's not all the Swedish made stock, it's Argentina made stock, but still a nice. Tool for the collection. And more Baco. Well, in Sweden, when it comes to new stock, Baco is the most common thing to find. These are perhaps not 100% unused, but they're in really good condition. And the jaws appears to not have any marks. Yeah, so side cutter, duckbill and end cutter. Really nice tools. And then these precision cutters, still in the packaging, which is not resealable, so I will consider these 100% new stock and Swedish made. So these are a bit old, but yeah, really nice in the original packaging. And something even older, pre-Baco EA Berg combination pliers in box. Unfortunately, the box got a bit squished. The seller didn't package it too well, but the tool is in good condition still, and the new old stock seems to be true. Really fun to have these super nice combination pliers. So that was it for the unused tools, and now we're coming on to the used tools. And let's start with a bunch of Mac tools. Okay, yes, let's start with these. So we have a Phillips number 3 with a modern rubber handle, 2-component, bit used. We have a stubby screwdriver with a name marking, unfortunately, and 2 small, I think if I remember correctly, they're really worn at the tips, so what they are, it doesn't really matter, they're kind of used up, but yeah, all smaller Mac tool screwdrivers. And what I wanted when I got this bit holding screwdriver with bit storage in the handle. No bits, unfortunately, but this one is in good condition, but it has signs of use, of course, but it's still in good condition. So that and this stubby was the highlights of that purchase. One of these single component slotted ones with a hex bolster. This bit holder with a solid handle, no storage. This newer bit holder. It's just, well, it's 19 years old, so even though it's the new style, it's not new and this even older bit holder with the storage, no bits. I have one of these in better condition already. And 2 precision ones with old logo, so also a bit old. Now I'm just digging through the box here, but we have a bunch of older Viha again. Solid handle. So an insulated Torx slotted and the Phillips number 1. And these are used, you can see by the tips, but they're in really good condition still. Old orange Facom internal hex driver. Someone has used a pair of pliers on the handle. But clearly Witte made. Hello, focus. Phillips number 1. An old Vago tool. This I found it in a parking lot, so some electrician has dropped it, and this is not bent. This is used to release some type of cable holding springs. And a small athlete, Phillips number 1 with the handles, and OK-macken, small screwdriver, Phillips number 0. Bost, spring-loaded needle nose. And you can see they're not dirty, it's just a special color on the handle. French made, but they're not in top condition either, so there is a bit of use. But the jaws are in really good condition, so not much use on those. Knipex, combination pliers, just I don't know how many pairs of these I have, but decently used pair. More end cutter, Knipex. Nice jaws. And a Cobalt with a nick in the jaws, unfortunately. Knipex hanging down here, side cutter with the tulips handles, and good print still on the handles, but a bit of rust on the tool itself. Italian made, small precision pliers, cutters, I mean. And then Barco, a modern pair of side cutters, Spanish made, I would guess, since there's no made in Sweden print on them, but good condition. French made duck bills, so semi-old, so to say, with the optional spring as all of these handles have. Then we come on to older pliers. We have these 2, also French made Sandvik Barco, small needle nose, in decent condition, bit of wear but not worn out. So I would say these are the same models but slightly different age. And what I think is probably the best one, these insulated combination pliers with no use wear at all, so perhaps unused, I hope so, at least enough to appear totally unused. And these are some beefy handles. but good installation requires it. These old single component Bacos. And these old Handfast combination pliers. I have a pair of these in better condition already. And then we have some water pump pliers with the one single component handles, 224s. They're standard water pump pliers. And a needle nose with the single component handles. Worn handles, but good condition on the tool itself. Well, let's show these anyway. RS components, crimping plier. No country of origin or anything. Peugeot Frères, French made water pump pliers. Multi-piece. I think that translates to basically multi-grips. So you have, that's what they call their line, I guess. Yeah, we have another pair of Bacos that qualify for the probably new old stock ones. These roundos. And Farriers pliers, Bacos, 10-inch, 250mm ones, and also a small pair. With worn jaws. The longer ones had nice jaws. Slice down there, 231s, the slip joint style. With a nice embossed handle. Grey Vera, grey and black. I think that was their previous bolster but not striking style. Handtools. Positive drive number 2. Bit worn. Bossed. This style of screwdriver. Another Mac Tools stubby, but with a large crack. These facilitator LP product, Swedish made, and 12,000. Oh, was these out of focus the whole time? Facilitator LP product, 12,000 volts, made in Sweden. So a stubby with a spinny top. I had one of these previously, so you might, if you think you recognize it, you might have seen it here. And 2 stubbies, really worn out worth one, Philips number 2. Want to get one of those, brand new. And these CI Fall. There was the stamp. Swedish made, little slotted one. Oh, another pair of pliers I could mention here. These hole punches, German made. Unfortunately with the lock broken, but everything else still working. Also, this is supposedly new old stock. Matador oil filter, or oil plug wrench. German made. A bit of storage damage. Seller claims it was military surplus, but he didn't pack it good enough, so the tool punched a hole in the packaging, so that was a shame. Baco PU and PS, double combination and double ring, and all Argentina made. Door 1Bs, a bunch of them. Well, this is not a 1B, but yeah, it's a Ghidorah still. It's number 2. Just stuff have accumulated somehow. 2 more. Kyoto Tool KTC, Japanese made, 18 and 21 millimeter. Oh, another 18. And another 1B, 20 millimeter. And these FPV, 19 millimeter ones. And guess what? Another Ghidorah 1B, 12 millimeter Stahlvilla, number 14. It's another 1B. Then we have 2 adjustables, Irega, 10-inch, 200 millimeters, and Baco 6-inch, 150 millimeters. Haset, and these are probably East German, I would say. Dean wrenches, a bunch of Gehave hex keys, German made. Some cutter, you don't call punches cutters really, but chisels, you call it, and punches. All Habero, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah. These are unused. These are various level of used, and these I think will go to the blacksmith shop. And the unused Haberos we'll see. But yeah, that was it. 40 minutes. Hopefully 30 minutes after editing. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. I hope to have a better camera set up next one, so things will be less out of frame. Bye bye!